Ram Ram Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhare Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhare Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachare Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhare Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhare Vallabha Girivaradhare Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachare Yamuna Tira Vanachare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe. Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Subhadramai Jaya Sudarshana. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nittai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nittai Gaur Hari Bol. श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की श्रील प्रभुपाद की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयामुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्ग्रहे। Hare Krishna, welcome you all this morning class on Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Today we are discussing from 3rd canto, 1st chapter, verse number 23. Anyani cha iha dvijadeva devai kritani nana ayatanani Vishnu prati anga mukhya ankita mandirani yat darshanat krishnam anusmaranti anyani cheha dvijadeva devai अन्यानि चेह द्विजदेव देवै कृतानि नानायतनानि विष्णो प्रत्यङ्गमुख्याङ्कितमन्दिराणि यद्दर्शनात् कृष्णमनुस्मरन्ति अन्यानि चेह द्विजदेव देवै कृतानि नानायतनानि विष्णो प्रत्यङ्गमुख्याङ्कितमन्दिराणि यद्दर्शनात् कृष्णमनुस्मरन्ति अन्यानि चेह द्विजदेव देवै कृतानि नानायतनानि विष्णो प्रत्यङ्गमुख्याङ्कितमन्दिराणि यद्दर्शनात् कृष्णमनुस्मरन्ति. Please recite. Anyani cheha dvijadeva devai कृतानि नानायतनानि विष्णो प्रत्यङ्गमुख्याङ्कितमन्दिराणि यद्दर्शनात् कृष्णमनुस्मरन्ति अन्यानि चेह द्विजदेव देवै कृतानि नानायतनानि विष्णो प्रत्यङ्गमुख्याङ्कितमन्दिराणि Mataji's Anyani cheha dvijadeva devai Kritani nanayatanani Vishnu Pratyङ्गमुख्याङ्कितमन्दिराणि यद्दर्शनात् कृष्णमनुस्मरन्ति अन्यानि चेह द्विजदेव देवै कृतानि नानायतनानि विष्णु प्रत्यङ्गमुख्याङ्कितमन्दिराणि Word-to-word meaning, translation, purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Anyani, others, cha, also, iha, here, Dvijadeva, by the great sages, Devai, and the demigods, Kritani, established by, Nana, various. Ayatanani, various forms. Vishnu, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Prati, each and every. Anga, part. Mukhya, the chief. Ankita, marked. Mandirani, temples. Yat, which. Darshanad, by seeing from a distance. Krishnam, the original personality of Godhead. Anusmaranti, constantly remembers. Translation. There were also many other temples of various forms of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu, established by great sages and demigods. These temples were marked with the chief emblems of the Lord, and they reminded one always of the original personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. Please repeat. There were also many other temples of various forms of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu, established by great sages and demigods. These temples were marked with the chief emblems of the Lord, and they reminded one always of the original personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. Purport. Human society is divided into 4 social orders of life and 4 spiritual divisions, applying to each and every individual person. This system is called Varnashrama Dharma and has already been discussed in many places in this great literature. The sages or persons who completely devoted themselves to the spiritual upliftment of the entire human society were known as Vyasadeva, the best among the twice born. The denizens of superior planets from the moon planet and upwards were known as Devas. Both the Dvijadevas and the Devas always established temples of Lord Vishnu in his various forms, such as Govinda, Madhusudana, Narasimha, Madhava, Keshava, Narayana, Padmanabha, Pathasarathi, and many others. The Lord expands himself in innumerable forms, but all of them are non-different from one another. Lord Vishnu has 4 hands, and each hand holds a particular item, either a conch shell, wheel, club, or lotus flower. Of these 4 emblems, the chakra or wheel is the chief. Lord Krishna, being the original Vishnu form, has only one emblem, namely the wheel, and therefore he is sometimes called the Chakri. The Lord's chakra is the symbol of the power by which the Lord controls the whole manifestation. The tops of Vishnu temples are marked with the symbol of the wheel, so that people may have the chance to see the symbol from a very long distance and at once remember Lord Krishna. The purpose of building very high temples is to give people a chance to see them from a distant place. This system is carried on in India whenever a new temple is constructed, and it appears that it is coming down from a time before recorded history. The foolish propaganda by atheists that temples were constructed only in later days is refuted here, because Vidura visited these temples at least 5,000 years ago, and the temples of Vishnu were in existence long before Vidura visited them. The great sages and demigods never established statues of men or demigods, but they established temples of Vishnu for the benefit of common men, to raise them to the platform of God consciousness. Jai Shri Shri Radha Madhav ki, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. So verse number 23 doesn't have purport. We will just read verse and translation. Tasyam tritasyo shanaso manoscha pruthor athagner asitasya vayo tetham sudasasya gavam guhasya yashraddha devasya sa ashisheve. On the bank of the river Saraswati, there were 11 places of pilgrimage, namely Tritha, Ushana, Manu, Pruthu, Agni, Asita, Vayu, Sudasa, Go, Guha and Shraddha Deva. Vidura visited all of them and duly performed rituals. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapatakamelam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lilita Shri Vishakanvitamscha Namam Vishnapadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratise Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So when I was reading this, I was remembering about our temple. So our temple is also established by one very nice gentleman, Sriman Mahendra Vijayvargiya Prabhu. So he is also a great sage. When you see this shloka, he is also a devotee of the Lord. So he has the desire to make the temple and he made it. And you can see how with this temple, thousands and lakhs of people are getting benefited. See, in our temple also, if you see, there are Vishnu signs. What all signs you see here? You can see on the door there is Shankha Chakra, Gada, Padma, which represents the signs of the Lord Vishnu. And if you see on the top of the temple, what do you see? You see a flag. That flag is from Jagannath Puri. In Jagannath Puri, every day they change flags. Every day they keep changing flags. And you can purchase those flags as Mahaprasadam. So that flag which you see on the top of this temple is from Jagannath Puri. So this is a section where Vidura, he was insulted by Duryodhana. Duryodhana very badly insulted him in the assembly. And he told, get lost from here. Get away from here. You are supporting our enemies. You are partial towards our enemies. So you are not qualified to stay here. You get lost. Why Duryodhana was telling like this? Because Vidura, he was giving some good counsel to Dhritarashtra. He is saying that you are hearing to the words of Duryodhana. He is so much envy towards Krishna, towards Pandavas. He want to kill them. He want to, in injustice way, take their kingdom. So why are you listening to this, demoniac Duryodhana? Don't listen. to his selfish interest. So just discard him. Don't listen to him. Give the right share to Yudhishthira. He is the right hire. He is supposed to get the kingdom. So when Duryodhana heard this, at that time he became very angry, like a snake. When someone steps on snake, the snake becomes very angry. It will raise its hood and hiss, tries to bite. So similarly, envious people, when their ego gets hurt, they also hiss like snake. In fact, envious people, if they still remain envious till the end of their life, after death they become snake. Snake body is for those people who are envious. So Duryodhana became very angry. He was very angry, hissing like a snake, and he chastised Vidura. Vidura is a very elderly person. He is uncle to Duryodhana. He is Dhritarashtra's brother. But still he did not give any respect to him. He chastised him. He blasphemed him. He did ninda, aparad. People with envy, they don't consider. They don't think what is right and what is wrong. They just do whatever that their egoistic mind says. So he insulted him in front of everyone and get lost, thrown him outside. So at that time, how Vidura, what Vidura took that incident in his life, how he accepted that incident, that situation, it is all it's my karma, or the material nature is acting in this way, That's how he accepted it. He did not, give a counter strike, counter argument. No, he did not. He just accepted it. Maybe will of the Lord. Maybe, I'm supposed to get this punishment. He just accepted it. And then he left. He utilized that opportunity. To visit holy places and meet sadhus. He utilized that opportunity. So many times we have our plans, but God has some other plans for us. So therefore, Rupa Goswami says in Nectar of Instruction, too much endeavor. What is that shloka? Atyahara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagraha. Prayasa. Too much endeavor is also not good. You have to endeavor, but not too much endeavor, because Lord has some other plan, maybe. We don't know. So he took that opportunity to go around to visit different holy places and uplift, enhance, grow in spiritual Krishna consciousness. So wherein he is visiting the western part of India, as it is mentioned here, he was traveling on the banks of Saraswati. So we don't know, Saraswati is something very mystical river. We only see Saraswati only at Badrinath. Recently we visited Badrinath. So above Badrinath there is a village called Mana. So that is the only place where you can take darshan of Mother Saraswati. And she comes out with so much force there. Like when the dam is full, when you open the dam gate, how the water falls. The whole dam shakes at that time. So that's how when you go there, the water coming out is with so much force, and the whole area there, it is like shaking. So sometimes, that is where Saraswati is coming from. And then we also hear Saraswati is there in the Triveni Sangamam in Prayagraj. And then Saraswati is there in the western part of India also. So it is very, inconceivable to understand how Saraswati is flowing. So wherein now he is traveling is not in North India, but where Vidura is traveling in the western part of India. So there also Saraswati is there. If you see the story of Kapila, Devahuti, Kardama Muni. So where Kardama Muni did tapasya, there the Lord appeared, and then Lord was so happy with the Kardama Muni's tapasya that he was crying. The Lord was crying. I am so happy with you. That's happy cries, happy tears. So that tears flowed down and formed a lake called Bindu Sarovar. That place is still there. There is a place called Siddhapur in Gujarat. That place is still there. So it is said that is also where Saraswati is flowing there. In the scriptures, if you read that section, it said, there is a tributary of Saraswati also there. So, some also say that where that Indus Valley civilization is there, now it is dry, there is no water, that section doesn't have water now. So they say the Saraswati was flowing from there. So when Vyasadeva, he was writing Bhagavatam, so Mother Saraswati river was making a lot of noise. So at that time he said, cool down, calm down. So that's how she became underground. So Vidura was traveling all these places. In the previous shloka it is mentioned what all the different holy places that are there on the banks of Saraswati. So there is place mentioned about Prabhasa Kshetra. What is that Prabhasa Kshetra? That is Somnath. Prabhasa Kshetra is Somnath. So there also he visited. So now Prabhupada writes in the purport that how there are Dvijadevas and Devas. Dvijadevas means great sages, and Devas means demigods. So previously they used it to establish temples. Even if you see the very old ancient temples in India, like Tirupati, Lord Venkateshwara, or Puri Jagannath, or Ananta Padmanabha Swami, or Guruvayur Krishna. So all these places, it was Brahma had come and established and did the first worship. Or else you see some places where the sadhus had established, like Udupi Krishna. Who established the deity? Madhvacharya. So like we have in Telangana, Bhadrachalam, Lord Rama temple. Who established that? Sri Ramadasu had established that. So like that, if you see, either great devotees or demigods, they establish the temples. And when they establish, and they only establish the temples of Vishnu, as Prabhupada writes here, only establish the temples of Vishnu, but they don't establish some statues of some men, or even Prabhupada is writing, even demigods, they don't establish that. Because they know that Vishnu or Krishna is only the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the Lord has 4 symbols: Shankha, Chakra, Gada and Padma. So in the Vaikuntha Loka, there are different forms of the Lord. So these Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma also, they change the positions. So like that you have 24 forms, 4 factorial. You have 24 forms in Vaikuntha Loka. You can observe this when if you visit Divya Deshams, Tamil Nadu especially. There are different temples of Vishnu, Divya Deshams, and all these different changes, Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, change in positions you can find there. So of these four, Chakra is the most significant, as Prabhupada writes. Why? Why Chakra is the Sudarshana Chakra? Lord's Chakra's name is Sudarshana Chakra. Why Sudarshan Chakra is most significant? As Prabhupada writes here, of these four emblems, the Chakra or wheel is the chief. Abhaya, it gives fearlessness and people, the demons get scared. So it is for devotees, it gives protection. For demons, it will destroy. Like when Ambarish Maharaj was offended by Durvasa Muni. You know that story. So then immediately what came? Sudarshan Chakra came to protect Ambarish Maharaj. Right? After the Mahabharat war, there was one person called Barbara. So his head was cut and his head was being hanged. Sometimes people put outside the house that photo, Dishti Bomma. That is Barbara. He is the son of Ghatotgaj. So he is seeing the war, and people came to him and asked, so tell me what you have seen in the war. Who killed the most? Who killed whom? Said, no one killed anyone, only this Sudarshan Chakra. It is killing everyone. Sudarshan Chakra is the one which is killing all. So, Lord is called Chakradhara, Chakri. He has different names. Sudarshana Chakra, and it is the cosmic wheel. It is not just wheel, but it is a cosmic wheel. It produces, it moves with great velocity. It produces so much fire. During annihilation, who does annihilation? Shiva, right? Who does creation? Brahma. So Brahma is the primary creator, secondary creator. So before Brahma, Vishnu created and he gave the raw materials to Brahma to create further. Similarly, Shiva is the annihilator. But Shiva, before Shiva, that main source of power to annihilate, that comes from Sankarshana or Krishna, you can say. So, that wheel, Sudarshan Chakra, that fire, that is the source of creation, the energy that is there in this world is coming from that, and at the same time, that same fire also assists in annihilation. It is also said when Sankarshana, he opens his mouth, fire emanates. So that also creates annihilation. So anyways, so of this, Chakra is the chief, and Lord Krishna, being the original Vishnu form, has only one emblem, namely the wheel. So sometimes he is called as Chakri. Lord's Chakra is a symbol of the power by which the Lord controls the whole cosmic manifestation. So with this wheel, the Lord controls the whole cosmic manifestation. And this chakra you can also see on the top of the temples. Many all Vaishnava temples, they have Sudarshan Chakra on the top. And Prabhupada writes, if someone sees this chakra on the top, it is equal to taking darshan of the Lord. And therefore the temple tower is made so tall that everyone around that temple, around that village, they can take darshan of the Lord. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Haridas Thakur, he was not allowed inside Puri Jagannath temple because he was from Muslim community. But then, he is a pure devotee of the Lord. Every day he is chanting 192, rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So he would only take darshan of Sudarshan Chakra from far, which is equal to taking darshan of Lord Jagannath. So these four are the auspicious symbols, of the Lord. And all Vishnu temples, they will have these symbols. Even in our, as Prabhupada is writing here, every new temple, this system is carried on in India whenever a new temple is constructed. So in Sirisilla, we are constructing a new temple, and the temple tower is 60 feet plus high. So you can also see from 2 kilometers distance also you can see that tower, and they have a very big Sudarshan Chakra we are installing there. So this is coming down the line in from record, from history, as Prabhupada writes here. Even before Vidura visited, this system was existing. So this is about temple. So I want to ask you, is the temple just means the symbols? So what does the temple means? If you just put symbol, Vishnu symbols, ho gaya temple ho gaya? So what is a temple? What does a temple is supposed to do? Yeah. Very nice. So temple, it should not be just a simple having some symbols, having some murti. That itself is not just a temple. Temple is supposed to educate people. That is what Prabhupada has done. What is the purpose of the temple? Many times if you see ISKCON temples, they don't actually look like a structure of a temple sometimes. Even our temple, if you see, from outside, it just looks like a building. But the purpose of the temple is fulfilled. What is the purpose of the temple? Is to give scriptural knowledge, to give bhakti, to teach bhakti to the people, to make people Krishna conscious, to make people uplifting their spiritual consciousness. That is what the purpose of the temple is. If you don't do that, just having some bricks and some walls and some signages, some symbols, it may be called a temple, but the purpose is not fulfilled. Therefore, temple gives education. It's like an institute. When they come, people are suffering outside in the material world. So when they come to temple, they get peace. When they come to temple, they get peace, shant. Because the mind is disturbed with so many materialistic thoughts, so many desires, passionate desires, enjoyment spirit. So, because one is in that atmosphere, everyone is working so hard to enjoy. Maya is rotating them around her, keeping them in her clutches and kicking them. Work hard, enjoy. That is how Maya kicks. How do you understand? Maya kicks those who are not devotees. Maya kicks them. How? She makes them to work hard. She makes them to work hard for some little bit of enjoyment. That's how Maya kicks. And they are disturbed. What to achieve in life is not clear. So they are disturbed. So there is no peace. So when they come to temple, the first thing they get is peace. Because the goal is to attain Krishna. The goal is to keep our mind on Krishna, not to anything else. The goal is to please Krishna for the enjoyment of the Lord. So peace. There is only one thing in your life. So peace. Temple gives education. As of now, when you are coming here, we are hearing from Bhagavatam. So it's an education. Knowledge about God, knowledge about soul. Who are we? Who is God? What is our relationship with God? What is this material world? What is spiritual world? Why we are here? How we can go there? This is the spiritual knowledge, Divya Gyan. That's what you get in temple. So for the seeing outside, it can be a temple, but if there is no Bhagavatam going on inside, how is it a temple? So temple means education. So temple, when someone comes to temple, it trains them to meditate on the Supreme Lord by chanting, by reading, by hearing. So you are meditating by taking darshan, you are meditating on the form of the Lord. You are focusing on the form of the Lord. It teaches you how to develop that meditation. And what all activities that we do, it is all centered about meditating on the Lord. Meditating on the Lord. Temple also offers purification. We are adulterated. We are poisoned by material desires, sense enjoyment, impure thoughts, impure mind. So temple helps one to become purified. How one can become purified? How the mind gets purified? By chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So it makes one's existence purified. It makes one's physical body purified. It makes one mind purified. After coming to Krishna consciousness, we take at least two times bath. Now before that, we were not following that. Even when you go for clearing 2 number, you take bath. That's purity. So the Krishna Bhakti, the activities of devotional service teaches one purity, how to become purified. Because when we are pure, then only you can reach Krishna, because Krishna is supremely pure. If we are impure, we cannot reach Krishna. How can an impure thing reach pure thing? It cannot. To want to reach pure thing, the thing also should be pure. Then only that matches, the quality matches. So temple is the place where you learn purity. How to maintain purity of the body, purity of the mind. Temple also helps, temple also teaches us how to develop the real love. The real love is towards God, and that is expressed in the form of devotional service. As a soul, Jiva, it has a loving propensity. But that loving propensity is being misdirected to many other things, to different people, different objects, different places. And actually in spiritual terms, that is not love, that is lust. It is for one's own enjoyment. Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Atmendriya Priti Vancha Taranam Kam. Krishnendriya Priticha Dhare Prem Nam. Our sense gratification, that is lust. Krishna's sense gratification, that is love. So temple teaches us how to develop that love towards God. And ultimately, temple helps us in engaging every person in Krishna's service. Like you can do Harinam, you can do book distribution, you can do cooking, you can give classes, you can bring some funds in the maintenance of the temple or in the construction of the temple, expansion of the projects. So there are so many activities where a person can get engaged. So engagement, everyone needs engagement. As Shankaracharya says, what Shankaracharya says, Ekam Devam Devaki Putra Geetam. So let there be Ekam Shastram Devaki Putra Geetam. Let there be only one book, which is the song of Lord Krishna, Devaki Putra, which is Bhagavad Gita. Ekam Shastram Devaki Putra Geetam. Ekam Devo Devaki Putra Eva. Let there be only one God, that is Krishna, Devaki Putra. Eko Mantras Tasya Namani Yani. Let there be only one mantra, which is the holy name of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Karmapi ekam tasya devasya seva. Let there be only one activity, one engagement, that is the seva to Krishna. So temple is the place where one can get an opportunity to do service to Lord Krishna. Many people are coming, they'll bring some flowers, they'll bring some tulsi, some coconut, some fruits, they offer to the Lord. So it's a service. Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhakte Prayachitadaham Bhaktobhyahritam Ashnami Prayatatmana. So when someone offers Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam with love, I will accept it. So temple is the place when one can express their love towards Krishna in that way. So therefore when someone goes to temple, one should not go with empty hands, it is said. You should always take something. When you go to temple, you should always take something for the pleasure of the Lord. And when you meet devotees, at that time also, you should take something to give to devotees. No? As Rupa Goswami says, what he says? Dadati pratigrahnati guhyamakyati prachyati. So you should give gifts to the devotees and you should also accept gifts from the devotees. So in that way, the love develops. So in that way, the temple helps us to grow in a holistic way. It helps us to grow a person in Krishna consciousness. So therefore temples are very important. People ask, why you need a temple? God is everywhere. Yes, God is everywhere. So He is in temple also. Prabhupada says, yes, God is everywhere. So why not He is in temple? Why not in temple? He is there in temple also. Once someone asked Prabhupada, there are so many temples. Why are you making new temple? Already there are so many temples. Why are you making new temple? It was a public, question. And he is a married person. Know what Prabhupada said? There are so many people who got married. Why are you marrying? So many people got married. Why you got married? You be satisfied with whoever got married, no? So there is no answer. He doesn't answer. He did not answer only. So he got married because he want to enjoy. He want to have something in his life. So similarly, when a devotee want to express something to the Lord, he does something. So making a temple, that means he is offering his love in that form to serve the Lord. So there is nothing wrong in that. Hare Krishna. Any questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, normally, since ancient days, this Vaishnavas and Shivas, Shivaite and Vaishnavas, Shiva temples and Vaishnavas, there was a hue and cry at that time. So now, Shiva is the devotee of Krishna, and he has got his own. He has got his own powers and all.
What is the question?
So he can protect. He is the destroyer, and so can we? And he is also a demigod, like now.
Yeah.
And can we visit these places and participate in those activities like Abhishekam and all that, Shiva, this thing, and Shiva temples like Kasi and all these things, Sri Sailam.
Can we visit means whom are you asking about? In general or whom? Or about you?
We
or you?
We God Vaishnavas.
We Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Can Gaudiya Vaishnavas visit Shiva temple? Yeah. What is the problem? You go to Shiva, offer obeisances, vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namah. He is the greatest Vaishnava. And ask him, please bless me in Krishna Bhakti. So he will bless you. With his two hands he will bless you. Yeah, you can happily visit. And ask only Krishna Bhakti, nothing else. Okay? If we are going somewhere, some holy place, if there is Shiva temple, we go, we visit. You cannot separate Lord Shiva from Vishnu. It is impossible. Wherever there is Vishnu, there is Shiva.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी। प्रभु जी, आपने बताया कि मंदिर में आते हैं तो हमें पीस मिलता है, लेकिन हम तो हमेशा मंदिर में नहीं आ रहे, मतलब डेली नहीं आ रहे। लेकिन जब हम मंदिर में नहीं रहते, जैसे घर में रहते, काम करते, तो उस वक्त हमें हमेशा पीस मिले। तो
why you cannot come to temple every day? Where you stay?
I stay in Mahbub Nagar.
Okay, so you shift to nearby temple.
Due to our this.
So you shift, then Krishna will make some other plan for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay bro. और जब हम जब सोते नहीं, रात में सोते हैं, लेकिन दिन भर में हम कोशिश कर सकते हैं, लेकिन सोते वक्त भी हम कृष्णा कॉन्शियस में रहने के लिए क्या करना चाहिए?
Prabhupada says, read Krishna book before you go to sleep. Are you reading? So continue that.
जपा करते हैं.
Read Krishna book.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Backside one question. Mike.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, in the purport, Prabhupada said in ancient times only temples of Lord Vishnu are there, but in Bhagavad Gita also Karmakanda section is from very ancient times, but the demigod worship and...
Here it is said, when great sages or demigods, they establish Vishnu temples.
Means
it is said about great sages and demigods.
Means the
If
demigod
there is some
temples.
great king, he must have established some temple of of Shiva or Durga, if he is a devotee of Shiva or Durga. So that's okay. But here it is said about great sages and great demigods.
Demigod worship was there from ancient times.
Yes. Why that question came to you? When demigods, they worship Krishna, that's what it is said in the purport, Prabhupada is writing. They also establish temples of Lord Vishnu. They establish temples of Lord Vishnu. Like now you see, some people make temple for some politician also. Some people make temple for their parents also. So that is not Shastric. Prabhupada is saying, not a statue of a man or a demigod was established by a great sage or a demigod. So they would only establish Vishnu temples. Hare Krishna. Granthrat Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Thai Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare Bol.